Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll get a look at the second-year man, Sam Darnold, and the New York Jets as they take on the new man, Nick Foles, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. With that, let's get on up to Jacksonville. Standing by for the call, it's our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thanks, Coach. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the New York Jets. With you from the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. CDR matchup here. A couple of teams last year that were really pretty similar. Both under 500, both missed the playoffs, and they both think that they can turn things around in 2019.
Yeah, how about 2018, though? A case of the haves and the have-nots. In 16-game seasons in the NFL, for the first time last year, no one finished 8-8. Now, you know that in baseball, basketball, other sports, turnarounds can take 3, 4, 5 years. In football, could just be a few months.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
There's Nick Foles ready to bring out this Jacksonville offense. Nick was the MVP of Super Bowl 52, of course. Signed the big money deal to take over as a starting quarterback following the 5-year run of Blake Bortles, who wound up in L.A. Now Foles. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
As the Jets come back on the field here, CD, want to revisit what we discussed about Sam Darnold. Kind of re-energize the team in Week 6 when they beat the Cowboys. First win of the season, so at 1-4, I don't think you're ready to proclaim them as a playoff team, are you?
I am not, and the tough part for them is, in a normal year in the AFC East, they're the equal of Buffalo and Miami. Well, this year, they may be better than Miami, but I don't know that they're the equal of Buffalo. And I leave New England out because you know they're going to win the division, usually going away. So it's going to be very tough for them to get into playoff contention. But this team will play better with Darnold at quarterback, and they're hoping to get C.J. Mosley back at linebacker, too.
Now this week, they host New England. Not going to be easy, and then they hit the road to go to Jacksonville with that stingy defense.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or two short. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
On 4th down, the Jets turning to Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, maybe it's like my wedge. When you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to Lee. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Now it's the former Texan. This is Alfred Blue. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
And here comes Leonard Fournette, the big, and I mean big, tailback out of LSU. When he takes the ball inside, people make decisions about whether they want to tackle him or not, and he has enough speed to get to the perimeter and outrun defensive backs. When he puts it all together, he makes the Jaguars' offense very difficult.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll run on 2nd down with Blue. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
One of the best young safeties in the NFL, Jamal Adams. Keep an eye out for him because no one is safe when he's on the field, including mascots. Just ask Pat the Patriot. Jamal Adams was also the 2019 Pro Bowl Defensive MVP.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Foles. The throw taken in by Cole. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. after the made field goal. Back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. By the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. And overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 2nd down now. It's Bell, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On 2nd down, it's Bell, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Bell. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
On the counter, here's Bell. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Check, 47. Let's run.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The shotgun snap for Darnold. On the move to his left. He can run for, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. An 18-yard touchdown run, and the Jets have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and a nice play on the end of it, an 18-yard touchdown run. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jacksonville's offense coming back onto the field. Let's go back and revisit that Week 6 game against New Orleans. A cool thing that happened is that the Jags honored the top 25 players in the team's 25 years of existence at halftime. Hard to believe that they've been around 25 years. But Tony Baselli, Fred Taylor, Jimmy Smith highlighted the list.
And they could have used all 3 of them because the offense really struggled, as well as Mark Brunell, who had to be the quarterback on that team. But here's a group that I think can get back into the race in their own division with their upcoming schedule. They go to Cincinnati. They're home against the Jets. Despite the fact the Jets beat Dallas, I still think that they'll be favored in that one. And then they have a home game in London against the Texans, who currently lead the AFC South. I think they win the first 2. That 3rd one, if they win that one, they could be off to the races.
If they win all 3, they'll be back above 500 at 5-4. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Go.
Fournette on the counter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Go, go, go.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Foles. He's going to go deep for Conley. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. That's pulled in at the 32. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold got an open man. It's a noon one. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
First down, New York.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. The throw by Darnold, hauled in by the tight end Herndon. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. Open man is Anderson. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago, Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north.
Check, 47.
On 1st down, Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Darnold to throw again. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They come out here in the I. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10. Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the 2nd half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run with Bell on first down as he'll get forward for about 5 yards. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Darnold now to throw. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a 1st down.
Darnold on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Check pass. Check pass. Check 31. Check 31.
Now it's Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught by Herndon. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Miles Jack with a sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Check, 47. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
On 4th down, the Jets turning to Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The drive starts with a run by Blue. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Here we go.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there, a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Fournette, a first down carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On 2nd and a couple. Foles. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Get the ball.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Foles. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Okay, buddy, I see you.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out come the Jets. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll set up a throw, rolling to his right. And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he's got room. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Lambo to add on the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Jets.
And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
47 Mike.
Darnold from the gun. On the catch, it's Crowder. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
I got it. Both 7s and Mike. Both 7s and Mike.
Now Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, New York.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. Goes underneath for Bell. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Throwing again is Darnold, sliding out of the pocket. Oh, no, he lost the football.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Here we go, Sam. 47, check back 47. Check it out, read.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. He can run, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. Sam Darnold, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. are tied here in the fourth quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Waiting. 50 seconds to Mike. Man out, man out, man out, man out. To go.
Foles completes it to Lee. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
He's checking, he's checking.
They go draw here. Blue. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold. They'll roll him out right. And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Taking it right down Broadway. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Lambo on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. The kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Darnold and the Jets now down 24-17, 37 seconds to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Darnold now to throw. Caught here by Bell. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Darnold. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.